fucking get in line, get a Supreme backpack, and fucking go flip it.
Yeah.
I will love that shit to the end of time. Like going to a garage sale, like this Saturday, and buying something for $1 that is $8 on eBay still gets me hard more than a $10 million fucking media deal. Straight up, like I deploy patience. Like I didn't think twice that at 34, I didn't have a whole lot of money. I built my dad's business for him. I was leaving with nothing.
Really? Nothing?
Nothing. I don't own anything from Wine Library. I love when people leave comments like, oh, fuck this guy. His dad gave him $4 million store. I'm like, no. I built my dad's business for him to a totally different level. He gave me life and gave me the opportunity to build his store for him. But at 34 years old, I'm worth dick. Zero.
So what do you do from there?
I fucking get some guy to pay us $80,000 to be a VaynerMedia client. I get Mike Boyd to fucking work for free and sleep on the floor. We fucking grinded. And 7 years later, we have a $150 million business. And I just fucking worked.
Yeah, but okay. So what is the thing that you consider yourself to be judged by? Like, what is for me, for instance,
what people say behind my back.
That's what you care about.
Period.
Do you think that comes from your own sense of like insecurity, or what is so important about that?
I like being liked.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
Interesting.
I fucking love it. Yeah, I think the cool, interesting thing is I think you can keep conflicting fucking feelings in one body. Like I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. I love when you tweeted like, what should I talk to Garyvee about? And people like want to clown on me. I'm like, good, fuck you, dick.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Right. I mean, at a certain point.
Real quick, then I'll reply with like, I'm sorry you feel that way. Let's have a fucking beer.
But you don't really respond, right?
Oh, I really respond.
Really?
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the comments from this episode.
See, that's something I deal with. Is I feel like I'm past the point of being able to respond to any of these motherfuckers.
No, I want to respond to them.
Really?
Of course, because you know why?
Why?
1 in every 15 of them, 14 of them are a piece of shit. But 1 in every 15 of them like, fuck, he responded. What does that mean? That fucked with me. What good? And all of a sudden they might go down a different path. And then you get ridiculous emails 7 years later like, yo, 7 years ago on YouTube, I said you were a piece of shit. You replied, that fucked with me. It made people like da-da-da. And then I did this and now my life is good. That fucking is intoxicating.
But that can't really be a good cost-effective use of your time, right?
Of course it can, because when you're playing on long-term legacy, not short-term cash, it's exactly what you should be doing.
See, but I feel like there has to be, mechanisms in place so that somebody can't just randomly get my attention. What's up?
This is super interesting, and I'm pumped. I didn't realize the location. When's the last time you saw a 42-year-old white dude businessman have that kind of fucking line at a shoe fucking store? I'm not here by accident. You want to be a fucking anomaly? You got to act like one. While everybody else is big timing and they got 4,000 followers and they think now they're cool and they don't reply to anybody, I'm fucking gonna be at the top of the game replying to people because I'm empathetic. Look, you think I'm corny. I understand that. I respect the fuck out of that. I'm just gonna reply and be like, I appreciate it. I get it. Like, I'm curious in those interactions. I'm confused that people don't get that it's the different ways that we act that are the breakthroughs. I suck at a ton of shit. One thing I don't suck at is I'm not in the I'm gonna business. I don't think anybody gives a fuck about me, right? I don't think anybody owes me anything. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. I think I'm just doing shit. And so I'm just not in the I'm gonna business. And honestly, 95% of people are.
Yeah.
Time is everything. Well, back to why I do that kind of stuff, like time arbitrage. Like, to me, I'm trying to get so much shit done in the 18 hours, 19 hours that I'm awake, that to me, every second matters. And if I can hack it, like, I'm gonna do it. And so, yeah, I'm a big fan of not fucking spending time on the shit that doesn't matter or the stuff I'm not good at. But I'll spend 3 hours reading every fucking comment because I'm good at fucking looking at it and synthesizing it and then understanding what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And so I think people think there's some smart way to do it. The smart way to do it, everybody, is to figure out what the fuck you're good at, quadruple down on that shit, and fucking punt everything else.
You think you can learn a lot from the hate that you read online?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I think you can learn from people's reactions on everything. I talk a whole lot to get reactions and figure shit out. And so, yeah, I think I can.
Right.
Like why and who and how and what do they look like and what else do they follow and what are they into and why didn't they like it? Oh, right, because I suffocated their bullshit and they like paying people that make them feel good that they're not doing shit instead of me giving it away for free and telling you go fuck yourself, go do something. Nobody gives a fuck about your shortcomings, right? So that's an insight. That's how I learned that. I didn't realize, I was trying to figure out, like, yo, why does 20% of people, the second I show up onto something new, hate me right away, and 60% love me and 20 are trying to figure it out? I was like, oh, it's because I'm suffocating their bullshit. They think I'm cocky. They don't understand that it's not that, it's that I'm trying to really focus them on the thing that's making them not do shit. And so that was an insight that I would have never gotten if I didn't read it and start looking at the people that were hating it. I sit in meetings where people cry that they have $5 million trust funds and their parents gave them anything and they've got no teeth, and everybody who's got nothing is like, fuck you. I get it. Listen, the great gift and the great curse in our lives are we start out with too much or we start out too little. And you decide through good parenting or bad parenting, good environment or bad environment, or you know how you meet 12 people but you pick one that you fuck with? It's who you surround yourself with. And that then decides, was that an advantage or a disadvantage? The people we give a shit about started with nothing.
Not always. Often. That's like, but do you ever feel like that's like a story that we romanticize as a culture?
We love that. The problem is with this fucking piece of shit now, there's so much more opportunity. You think all these people we were just talking about had a shot pre-Instagram? Nobody was gonna sign them and put them through the system. Like now everybody can go direct to consumer with this. This is the one era to not complain about. I wish I had the internet when I was fucking 15.
Well, just there was a lot more social mobility going on at the time.
That's because people are doing dumb shit and collecting debt and going to college and think they're gonna get put on. Because people are fucking playing the game as if it was 1989. The ones that are listening to their fucking mom and going to fucking community college and taking on debt and think they're gonna be a nice fucking lawyer are gonna lose, because to your point, that opportunity is ghost. Like you either understand that you could be a fucking esports fucking player, or you're gonna listen to your fucking mom and go be a professor.
But it seems kind of cutthroat because it's, you know, it's hard to expect people to do such a thing. That we just, like, what do we become if we become a nation of, you know, e-gamers as opposed to, you know,
the same thing we were when we were a nation of fucking athletes or fucking doctors and lawyers. The same fucking shit. Like, let's be fucking a nation of esports players, because if fuckers go and spend $80 to watch it and $20 for the t-shirt, and sponsor, and Mountain Dew wants to give them $4 million for the naming rights, like that's just gonna be the new game. This is the same shit over and over. Boxing, horse racing, and baseball were the biggest sports in the 40s.
Right.
Like shit always changes. Nobody went to Super Bowl I.
But if you had told kids to go become professional baseball players, it probably would have seemed kind of strange in the 40s, right?
I mean, baseball players in the fucking 40s had side jobs
right.
in the summer. Fucking Yogi Berra fucking worked at a hardware store in Hoboken during the off season because we weren't paying athletes for the entertainment value. And that's what just always happens, right? Like, it's the same old fucking game. Like, the internet is killing the middleman. Look what you're doing right now with a couple of nice little lights and some fucking sponges on that fucking like wall.
Yeah.
Like you're basically replicating what used to cost tens of millions of dollars for in production and distribution just 30, 40 years ago. These kids have it way better. They can fucking sulk. Old people can be like, we were a better generation. No, you're fucking old.
Yeah.
Like it's the same shit. Do the shit that got you here. This is when all the new characters come into your life and start telling you how to do it different. I'm getting more ridiculous in my truth than ever, the bigger it's getting. Like, if all these people know, I love when people got voices like that are not living it. And they're gonna give you the fucking commodity advice. You know, like, you've gotta start doing yoga. You gotta start eating fucking granola. Like, do the shit that got you here.
Well, the stuff that got me here, roughly speaking, would be like fast food, hard drugs, promiscuous sex at an alarming rate.
Wrong.
Okay, not those things.
No, those things are great. They're fucking great. No, wrong. The things that got you here is you were willing to do that in the face of people telling you not to do that. And so maybe you don't need to eat a fat burger anymore and fucking do whatever the fuck you want, but you need to triple down on your intuition and that's how you fucking got here. Did everybody think it was a great idea to be a fucking BMX fucking website dude?
No.
Good.
That seemed like a very strange idea to many people at the time. Yeah.
So like, listen, my man, honestly, this is the time you have to quadruple down on what fucking got you here. The thesis, not the direct actions.
But you don't see people run themselves into the ground. You've never been concerned about that, at least for yourself?
People run themselves into the ground when they start wavering from what they are and they start doing behaviors that don't come natural to them, and then they break. And the ones that do, don't. Henry Rollins figured that out. He would have fucking run himself in the ground if he wanted to be Mick Jagger.
Right.
And Mick Jagger would have run himself in the ground if he wanted to be somebody else, a politician. When you do the shit that you don't want to do because you think it's the right thing to do because you fucking graduated to the next spot, you fucking lose.